Hello, how's everyone today? Hope everyone's doing well. Want to talk to you today about brain fog as a diabetic. I was reading a story here. I'll put a link in the description below to the story. Check it out if you want to. If not, I'm going to read most of it to you, and we'll talk about it. It's from MedExpress. It's enhancing blood sugar control boosts brain health for people with type 2 diabetes. I commonly refer to it as the fog, the diabetic fog. It's when your blood sugar gets really high, you just can't think clearly, and it's a real thing. So they're talking about controlling your blood sugar to enhance your brain health, and it's very true. Your brain runs mostly on glucose, so it's like getting an energy overload. It's like getting a shock wave to your brain when you have high blood sugar. The study says controlling blood sugar levels improve the ability to clearly think, learn, and remember. So think of that. It's not only affecting how you're thinking at the moment, it's affecting your ability to learn and remember things. Among people with type 2 diabetes who were overweight, a new study shows, but losing weight, especially for people who were obese and increasing physical activity, produced mixed results. So, like, controlling your blood sugar affected their brain more than losing weight and getting in shape and increasing physical activity. I'm not saying you shouldn't do those things, lose weight and be more physically active. But as far as this study goes, they're saying brain clarity and learning and remembering were affected more by your blood sugar level. So keep that in mind. It's important to properly control your blood sugar to avoid the bad brain effects of your diabetes, says Dr. Owen Carmichael. He's a biomedical imaging at Pennington Biomedical Research Center. It says, don't think you can simply let yourself get all the way to obese range, lose some weight, and everything in the brain is fine. The brain might have already turned a corner that cannot turn back from. So that's strong right there. When that guy that does the he works at a biomedical research facility, and he says you're going to reach a certain point with your brain that there's no turning back. That's pretty dramatic, if you think about it. The research team theorized that people with greater improvements in blood sugar levels, physical activity, and weight loss would have better cognitive test scores. The hypothesis proved partially true. Reducing your blood sugar levels did improve test scores, but losing more weight and exercising more did not always raise cognitive test results. Every little improvement in blood sugar control was associated with a little better cognition. So for every small amount you can bring your blood sugar down, I say maybe that's why I made so many bad decisions in my 20s. I didn't realize I had high blood sugar. Let's see. More weight loss was either better or worse depending on the mental skill involved, Dr. Carmichael said. People who lost more weight improved their executive function skills, short-term memory, planning, impulse control, attention, and ability to switch between tasks. Their verbal learning and overall memory declined. The results were worse for people who had obesity at the beginning of the study. That's a too little, too late type of message, he said. People with diabetes who let their obesity go too far for too long may be past the point of no return cognition-wise. So that's pretty important because as you get older, you're on the decline. You know what I mean? Your brain's not constantly reproducing brain cells. So if you let it all go too long, you're obese. Which I am heavily overweight. I'm probably in the obese category. This study was a real eye opener as far as you can't always turn back. It's going to come a point where you've done too bad for too long, and that's a big part of where I'm at right now. I know I've not been doing the right thing for years, and I've got to switch it up. Said Finding a way to offset the mental health effects of type 2 diabetes is vital. More than 25% of U.S. adults 65 or older have type 2 diabetes. So a quarter of the population, 1 in 4 people above 65, have type 2 diabetes. The disease doubles the risk of cognitive impairment and dementia, including Alzheimer's disease, and greatly increases health care needs and cost. And yes, I've seen several things that say that is going to be the thing that is going to bankrupt us in the future is people's health, because as the population grows, more and more people are going to be on Medicare and things like that. And I really think we do not focus enough in this country on health. Big business runs too much of the game, and they allow us to, it's prepackaged food everywhere we go. And I think that's a big problem. I heard a guy say one time, I thought it was very interesting, if we changed the name of diabetes to prepackaged food disease, that people would probably start to think about it a little more. And I'm like, that's a great idea, because people when you sit around and you eat the junk all day, and I'm not preaching to you, because I'm that guy, I don't eat right a lot of times. Trying to get better at it. That's a big part of this channel, is to work at it and learn some things. So that's where we're at. But just remember, guys, today's lesson is, if you have high blood sugar, it will affect your brain. And it's amazing to think that there will come a certain point of high blood sugar where you will not regain the ability to, remember and learn and things like that. So let that be some motivation for you today. Appreciate everybody coming by. Be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I appreciate everything you guys are doing for me. Until later, try to stay healthy.